my channel. Today I've got a UFO WIP update as promised. I've got some other things to share with you, a retreat announcement, an update to the next Fort Worth Fabric Studio mystery quilt sew along. A lot of you have been asking me about that, and some other general things going on for me in my life and some upcoming sew alongs. So hang on and stick with me and you'll hear all my fun news. Well, a lot of you have seen this already, but if you haven't, if you remember the 4S challenge that my friends Stephen Bland of Blend Designs and the Idiot Quilter, Shannon of Slay Arts, and Sean of The Guy Who Sews, and I are all doing together, you all picked the quilt that we were going to be working on each individually. So for me, you guys picked the Puffin Star. For Shannon, she's doing an FPP quilt. For Stephen, he's doing a cat quilt that you guys picked for him. And Sean, he's doing a Elizabeth Hartman, I think it's called Fab Farm, and he's got a cute little piggy already made. So I'm excited to see his animals come along and everybody else's progress. But you guys picked for me, like I said, the Puffin Star. Now I had the Puffin Star, I had another pattern called Going Coastal, and I also had an Elizabeth Hartman pattern called Rainbow Rainforest. And the Puffin Star was definitely the winner by a long shot. So I recently went to the So Yeah quilting retreat, and while I was there, I decided I was going to work on the Puffin Star. Well, little did I know that not only was I going to work on it, but I finished it. So it went a lot faster than I thought. So here is that quilt. It's really cute. And you guys will see more of this later on. We're going to do the final quilt reveal in January, and of course I'm already finished with this, but I still need to quilt it and I need to bind it, so you'll see it again then. And then the 4S collab club and I are going to be having a sew day in December right here on my channel. So I thought, well, what am I gonna sew if I've already finished this? So I decided I'm going to challenge myself and do at least one of the other quilts. And as you can see, if you remember the quilt patterns, I'm working on the Going Coastal quilt, which are the blocks on the wall behind me. I'm making some pretty good progress already, so hopefully I won't finish all of this by December, because if I have, then I might be starting the third quilt. Well, I don't know. I was planning on doing all three of the quilts eventually anyway, that I asked you guys to pick for me. So none of them were a winner or a loser in my mind. I was excited to see which ones you guys picked, but any of them would have made me happy. So I went ahead and started, like I said, the Going Coastal, and let me see if I can find where I put the pattern. I'm not sure where I put the, oh, there it is. So just a reminder, this is what that's going to look like. And as you can see, I've got a lot of the pieces on my board behind me. Now that might take a pause because I've got some things coming up that I'll talk about here in a minute that I've got to get sewing on instead of working on this. So I might not be done with this by the time we do our sew day in December, which wouldn't be a bad thing because I need something to work on that day. But if I am, I might just challenge myself and start the third pattern, Rainbow Rainforest, but we'll see. I don't want to overwhelm myself or give myself too much work to do, but I love that Puffin Star, so thank you so much for picking that for me, and I'm really loving this Going Coastal pattern, so I'm excited that I finished that and I'm working on this now. So that's that update. The other things that I wanted to talk about is the Stitch Pink Sew Along Adore. I've gotten quite far behind on that, but I'm going to do a catch-up day. Now, as I put this up, I am getting ready to make my way to Quilt Market in Houston. I'm only going to be there for a couple days. It's a industry only. Quilt Market is for the industry. Quilt Festival is for the public. So I'm going to the industry only side of this conference. But until I get back, I probably won't be working on the Stitch Pink Sew Along anymore. I'm really sad that I got behind on that, but there were so many things going on this month, and I think I took on just a little bit too much. But what I'm planning on doing when I get back is having one day where I just catch up all those blocks, because I really want to get it done. I love that quilt. It's beautiful. And I started this all along with you guys, so I definitely want to finish it. So you might get one long video of me making a whole bunch of blocks. And what I might do is break it up into whatever's left into 2 separate videos, just so the video isn't like 3 hours long or something like that. Or I might sew a few of them live. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to catch that up. So that'll be coming up really soon. The other thing that I need to do when I get back from market is I need to sew at the pastry shop block of the month. I'm going to try to do it before I leave today, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'm probably more than likely not going to have time. So I will do that as soon as I get back. So I'll put that video up as well. And that'll be a priority over the Stitch Pink. So I'll get that done first because I know some of you out there have already received your block. So I want to make sure I do the video. And then I believe that quilt wraps next month. So that will be done. So, and then she's going to have a couple other smaller projects for us, a table runner, and I think there was a project bag as well. So definitely look for those coming up on my channel. Shannon and I, my friend Shannon Way of Slate Arts, finished the 2-color quilt challenge blocks, and now all we have to do is put it together in our own unique settings. So I'm going to be working on that coming up soon as well. I see that several of you have already finished it. You've sent in pictures, which is amazing. You have beat me, and I'm hoping that I can even finish it by the time we come together and finish quilts, because I've got a whole bunch of other things going on as well. I really love the blocks that everybody picked, and I can't wait to put it all together. It's not going to be a super huge quilt, and I heard some people talking the other day on retreats and things like that about how to make it bigger. You can add extra borders, add larger sashing, things like that, but that's all up to you. My daughter loves quilts, and I'm so glad that I have somebody in my family that loves quilts that much, and I think she's already claimed that one. And the good thing is she's kind of tiny, so I don't have to make it huge, so that's really nice. So I'll probably just do some sashing. I have some plans to do some little blocks in the sashing, and then put one, border on it and finish it. So I'm really excited to finish that. So that's going on right now. I'm also, when I come back, I'll have another WIP UFO video update for you guys, because I've got the Sew Yeah block of the month that I've got all cut. I need to sew. I've got my Cherry Pit block of the month from Cherry Pit in Seaverville, Tennessee that I work on. That's all cut and ready to sew. I just got to sew it. And then I'll have my Designer Mystery block of the month from this month that I need to sew as well. And I'll show you updates on all of those. Luckily, they're only 1 block each, so they're all cut. I just have to sit and sew them, so they'll go quick. Let's see what else I've been up to. So the other thing I've been up to is on my channel, I made these little triangle pouch bags. They're so fun. I love the mini charms, and you guys know I've done the other mini charm boxy bag. And so I was looking for something else, and I found this pattern. The link to that was to the pattern for these is below the video that I made. I did a live where I showed you how to sew this. So I'll link that video at the end of this video if you guys are interested in sewing this and grabbing the pattern. Really fun and easy, quick. Making this on my own without actually making it on camera. I can make it in about 20 minutes. So it's a really nice gift. Now, if you are a sewer and you have a mini iron, you go to retreats, your mini iron will fit in here. I tested it, but if you're not a sewer, these are actually great little bags for cosmetics, for, you could put some little toys for a kiddo in here that they can take in a car. You can put, my daughter's a drawer, she can fit her colored pencils in here. So these bags aren't just for, somebody said, well, I don't have a mini iron. Well, this isn't just for a mini iron, and it's actually not meant to be. That was just one of the suggestions that I gave. You can put anything you want in here. I think they would make great Christmas gifts. If you just need a quick hostess gift, you can put some gift cards in here, maybe an ornament, something like that, and that becomes your wrapping. So I don't know about you guys, but I hate spending money on Christmas wrapping because it's expensive, and all they do is rip it off and throw it away. And this would make a great wrapping for a gift. They would think this is the gift, and then surprise, there's an ornament or something fun inside. So anyway, I will link the video at the end of this video for these, and the pattern will be in the description box of that video if you're interested in making one of these bags. All right, so the other things going on, I got my Sweetwater label company labels for the month. A lot of people ask me how I label my quilts. I like these Sweetwater labels. They are made with 100% cotton that they laminate, and you can, well, the back has got it's not really laminated. The back has a laminate on it that will stick to your quilt. So what you do is it comes in this little packet from Sweetwater, and every month, hang on, let me grab out of the envelope comes this little envelope, and it says on the front the instructions on how to attach it. It says with a rotary cutter, trim around the image to 1/8 of an inch, preheat iron to hide, no steam. Place the image face up on the project, press for 10 to 15 seconds, machine, top stitch, or hand stitch around the edges, wash in cold water, dry on low. Okay, so this month, this is what my tags look like, and they have my name, and then they're very fall colors, really pretty. And it says, may your days be filled with thanks and giving, Stephanie Fader, that's my name. And I got 2 of those. So this is how I label my quilts. I really love them. Like I said, they're made with cotton, but they've got the material on the back so you can iron them and they'll stick. Most of the time I do top stitch. There's been a couple times where I've forgotten to top stitch around them, and I've washed the quilts over and over again and they haven't come off. So top stitching is just an extra way to make sure it's secure, but again, I've never had one come off. The one I'm most guilty about is my littlest boy's quilt that I made for him a couple years ago. I put one of these on and I forgot to top stitch it, and he's 4 right now, so he was 2 at the time. I think he was turning 3 because he's going to turn 5 here in the spring. And so it's been almost 2 years, and that quilt, knowing that he's a little boy, he goes, know how much has been washed. And not only has the label held its color and it's held up, but I didn't top stitch that one and it's not coming off. So I think it's okay. Some people will attach these to their quilt after they've quilted their top. I've actually put some on before I've quilted and quilted right over it, and it's fine. So whatever way you want to do it, I think these are great labels. They last, they don't fade after multiple washings. Now, will they hold up for 100 years? I don't know, but will anything? I'm not sure. So, and quilts that I give to people to use, I want them to love them, so they're probably not going to hold up 100 years anyway. So I'm not that worried about it, but I get asked all the time how I label my quilts, so that's how I label my quilts. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I will link the website address if you're interested in the labels down below. You can buy them as a one-time purchase, their labels, or you can be in this club called Tagged, and it's really reasonable. You get 2 or 3 labels every month for like $7 or something, and I think that, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I think that includes shipping, but I'm not sure. So I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years. I have so many labels because I get more than I can use. And when I first started doing it, I had gotten them with the date on them, because you can either choose just your name or your name and the date. And once I realized I was getting more labels than I was finishing quilts at that time, now I finish more quilts than that, but at that time, because I was still working full time then, I stopped putting the dates on them. I just put my name, and that's actually worked out really well, because maybe this Christmas, which will probably be next month's Tagged, will have a Christmas theme. They might send me 2 or 3, but I only have 1 quilt this year, so I don't want the year on it, right? So I can use it next year. So that's fun, and I keep them in an organizer all together, so I can just kind of dig through when I have a quilt ready and done and find a label that sort of matches. So that's that. And no, they didn't ask me to tell you guys about that. I just love those, and I like to share things that I love with you guys. So let's see what else. The Fort Worth Fabric Studio. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys, because the name, if you're part of the Fort Worth Fabric Studio so-alongs, if you've done them in the past and you're on Facebook, you know that they have a private Facebook group, and you know, as soon as they change the name over there, that the next mystery quilt is imminent. So they changed the name this morning, and the name of the group, or the name for the next mystery sew-along, is called Light It Up Mystery, and it is a Christmas quilt sew-along. Now, I believe they said that they're going to start selling kits tomorrow, but I'm going to be gone at market. So as soon as I get back from market, I will show you guys the fabric so you can see what's in the kit, and see if you'd like to join. This sew-along starts November 8th, so it's not too long from now, and it goes 5 weeks. November 8th is a Wednesday, which is unusual. Usually they start on Mondays, but they decided to have us cut on Wednesday so we can start sewing the the following Monday so we can get this quilt done in time for Christmas. I love their sew-alongs. They're always free for you guys. All you have to do is download the PDFs if you want to use your own fabric, or you can support their shop, of course, by buying the fabric kit. I don't know any details about it yet. Like I said, I believe they said it's going to go live tomorrow for you guys to pick up a kit. So I have no idea how big the kit is, how much it's going to cost. This is going to be a large lap size quilt. So just think about that when you're thinking about your budget or whatever. So I hope you'll sew along that with me. Like I said, that begins November 8th, and that's a Wednesday, and that's just going to be cutting, and then the following Monday we will start sewing. So that's coming up really soon. The other thing that I have coming up in November is the Moda Modern Building Blocks quilt. So that's going to look something like this. Now, this is something that was in Moda's vault, and they decided to allow their friends at So Yeah Quilting to take it out of the vault, kit it, and sell it to us so we can sew up this beautiful quilt. As you can see from the picture, this is a really nice, pretty sampler quilt. Most of it's stars, which you guys know I love, so I'm really excited about that. So I bought my kit from So Yeah. So you get that pattern sheet that I just showed you, which shows you the blocks, the breakdown of the blocks, and also the block placement diagram. And then, let's see, it shows you all the fabrics that are in the kits and the fabric guide. So you'll have that. Then the other thing that this kit comes with is, this is from Moda. It has directions to make 48 blocks. So not 48 different blocks, but there's like 36-inch blocks, 9 12-inch blocks, 5 18-inch blocks, 1 24-inch block, 1 30-inch block, and 2 36-inch blocks. So some of these blocks are really big, giant blocks, which sometimes can be overwhelming. But the other thing about giant big blocks is that you get them done really fast. So this quilt is going to be a large quilt, as you can imagine, with those large blocks. It's going to end up being 84 by 96, so a really, really nice, good size that you can put on your bed. So once you get the kit, you open this up, and all the things to know how to do the blocks are inside this really neat little thing. And the thing that I like about this is that the blocks that are in here, after you've done this, if you've got the kit, you can use these blocks for future projects. So if there's like one block that you love and you want to do a whole quilt of those, maybe a 2-color quilt, right? White and blue, or white and purple, or you could use that. So you've got some really nice blocks in here that you can use for other projects, which I really love about that. So what I wanted to show you is the kit though. This is the kit. This is a really big kit, has lots of fabric, and it's all solids. They're Bella solids, and I love Bella solids. That's my favorite solid to use. But really pretty. There's a like purple, maroon, a couple of different colors, the pink, all the blues, yum, green, oranges. I don't know if you guys can see all this, but it's really hard to hold it up because it's heavy. And then here's our background fabric. There's a big stack of background fabric, but lots and lots of beautiful, beautiful fabric in here. This kit, I believe, don't quote me, I think it was $129, but I could be wrong. But the reason why I decided to sew this up on my channel is because several people from So Yeah Quilting purchased this quilt, several of their followers, and asked if I would be doing a sew along because they saw that I purchased it. Asked if I would be doing a sew along here on my channel. So I am. So next week, the beginning of November, when I come back from market, I will let you guys know when I will be starting this. I will be starting it in November. I'm just not sure. I need to look at it, and maybe when I have some time on the airplane, I will look at when I can do it, how I can fit it in my schedule, and what blocks I'm going to do when. I'll probably pretty much go in order of whatever the suggestion is in the pattern. But again, I'll have to see what I can fit in my schedule. Since Fort Worth Fabric Studio releases on Monday, I will more than likely release this every Thursday. That's what I'm planning right now. So the first Thursday is, let me look at the calendar. Let me see here. The first Thursday is November 2nd. So I will either put up a video before then or on November 2nd, kind of tell you what we're doing. I'm hoping to get up a video before that so we can start on November 2nd. And I'll let you know which block I'm going to do first. And that way you don't have to necessarily prep all of these fabrics, because it's a lot. Like, I don't want to have to prep all these fabrics all at once, right? So I will try to pick a block that just starts with a couple of the fabrics so we can prep those, and then tell you what's coming up the next week, so you'll have a whole nother week to finish this plus prep those fabrics, that kind of thing. We'll kind of go with that schedule. But every Thursday I'll do at least one block, maybe two. The weeks that we're doing the 6-inch blocks, I'll probably do a few that week, just because if we do all those blocks separately, it's going to take months to do this. And months, I'm talking months, like almost a year. So we're not going to do that. So the weeks that there's like some of the 6-inch blocks, we'll do several of those in 1 week. But again, I will let you guys know that ahead of time. But if you do not have this kit and you are interested, I will link down below where you can purchase it from So Yeah Quilting. They're the only one who has this kit and exclusive to them. So like I said, you get all this beautiful fabric, you get the sheet that shows you everything we're doing, and you get all the patterns in this little booklet thing. So that's going to start in November. So I've got that starting. I've got Fort Worth Fabric Studio starting. We're going to be finishing up the Pastry Shop block of the month, the Christmas Stitch, which is just gorgeous. I can't wait to get it all together. And let's see what else is going on. Fort Worth Fabric Studio, besides their Miss You So Long, has their new subscription box, which is fabulous. They did a great job for the first one. I'm really, really excited to get the second box. So I can't wait to see what's in that one. The first one was great. If you haven't checked that out, it had some amazing Christmas fabric in it, and grunge, which is one of my favorite fabric basics. So that was really fun. So check that out right here on my channel. Okay, well, that was a lot. And I don't know if I'm going to have a Saturdays with Steph. I always have Saturdays with Steph, most Saturdays live at 5 p.m. I don't know if I'm going to have one this week because I'm going to be at Quilt Market. But I am going to try. I'm going to try to take some video and put it up and show you guys a little bit of Quilt Market. I know that some people don't really care about Quilt Market. Some people are really interested because it's kind of closed to the public, so you kind of want to know what's going on. If you're headed to Quilt Festival in Houston to see all the beautiful quilts, I'll be able to actually take some video of some of the quilts while I'm there ahead of time. So if you don't want to see the quilts before you get there, then don't watch my video, because I'm going to do a preview of that for you guys. And for anybody who can't travel to Quilt Festival, so you can see the quilts. So I'll definitely be taking video of quilts. I just don't know if I'm going to get it up before Saturday, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get it up and scheduled Saturday at my normal time, but I won't be live. So, but I would love to have you come over and check that out. Like I said, I'm going to try to get some other video of Quilt Market, but I know there's things that I'm not allowed to video. They get funny about certain things, just because some of the things at Quilt Market are for us buyers, for our shops to look at, and they're not going to come out for 6 months, so we can't show them to you yet. So that's, I'll show you as much as I can though. And I'm excited to go there and see some friends, see some old friends, see some new friends. And so I'll try to get some video of some of those things. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Right now here in Ohio, it is gorgeous, but it's supposed to start raining and get cold, which is typical for this time of year. So I'm going to go right now and go spend a little bit of time with my kids outside before I have to get in an airplane. So take care of yourselves, keep sewing, and I'll see you soon. Just kidding. I'm back. I'm so focused on going and playing with my kids and getting ready for Quilt Market that I completely forgot about the retreats. So what I want to talk to you about retreats is, number one, I had a cancellation for Georgia. So the Georgia retreat, the New Year's retreat, I have linked that down below if you are interested in joining me in Georgia for the end of the year retreat. This one is a UFO WIP retreat. You bring your own projects that you want to finish before the new year, and then we ring in the new year together. So that starts on December. I'm getting way ahead of myself already. December 28th, and goes through January 1st. Begins at 10 a.m. in the morning, and we leave 10 a.m. on the 1st. We spend all that time together sewing, having fun, playing games, all that stuff. If you are interested in that retreat, I've got a spot open, so I'm going to link that down below, and you can check that out and see if you would like to join. I'd love to have you. There's going to be a ton of fun people there. This is a mixed retreat of men and women. Stephen and Walter, as you guys know them from Blind Designs and the Idiot Quilter. Russ from Quilt Meets World is going to be there, and a whole bunch of fun ladies are going to be there. So I'm really, really excited for this retreat. It's going to be a great mix of people. Everybody that's coming is wonderful, lovely people, and people that I consider friends. So I'm really excited for you to come and join me and become part of my friend circle. So I'd love to have you if you're interested. The other thing I want to talk about is, if you don't know already, my friend Shannon Way of Slate Arts and I are hosting a virtual retreat in January. So that is I believe it's the 15th. Oh gosh, I'm so screwed up on dates today. I believe it's the 15th of January. It's the second Sunday in January, Martin Luther King weekend. It is January 14th. Okay, I was close. The 15th is Martin Luther King Day. That's why I had that in my head. So the 14th of January is a Sunday. It's an all-day event, and I also have that up on my website. So if you're interested in joining, it's a $20 fee, and Shannon's going to be teaching a very beginner FPP pattern that she wrote herself, which I'm very, very excited and very proud of her to take that jump into pattern design. And then we're going to do a traditional project that I'm writing for you guys as well. By the end of the day, what we're hoping is for us to call it successful, is that all of you at home will be able to finish the projects on your own, and you'll know what you're doing. There will be no confusion. I know there's a lot of you out there who are a little bit nervous or scared of FPP, but I promise we won't leave you in the dust. If we need to spend more time doing Shannon's project to make everybody comfortable, we will, because most of you know traditional piecing. So you're going to get 2 projects. We will send you the patterns the day before the retreat. We'll send you what fabric you need at least a week before the retreat so you can start pulling your fabrics. And then that day we'll spend all day together on Zoom. Now this is a private Zoom. It is not going to ever be on YouTube, but we do require you to have a camera and the ability to speak to us, because we want to make sure that you're not lost and you know what you're doing. So you'll need to be able to use Zoom. You'll need to be able to have a camera on, and hopefully have a microphone that you can speak to us if you have any questions. Okay, so that's all I have now. I just wanted to get those out there. I hope you'll join me for Georgia. Somebody out there, I'm really excited to meet you and have fun with you for those few days. It's going to be a great time. Everything that's included is on the website, so check that out. You'll in the link, you'll go to my website and it'll say click here for more information. Click that button and you can see how much it costs and all the details, and I'd love to have you. And then Shannon and I, of course, would love to host you in January for our virtual retreat. We're very excited. This is our first virtual retreat together. Shannon and I have been at several retreats together. She's come to many of my retreats, and she'll also be teaching at my spring retreat in Ohio. So I'm really excited about that. And so more information coming on that soon, because my retreat in Ohio is full, but I've had a couple of cancellations due to work schedules. So I'm going to be putting those up soon as well. And then soon I'll be releasing my Pennsylvania retreat for 2024 to the public to sign up as well. So lots of fun retreat stuff coming up, and I hope to see you at one of them in the future. I love meeting you guys. All right, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.